I'll give it one more minute, then I'll get started. We're going to be in our class model, the one we've been working on. I did have a couple students that submitted this for their project, so hopefully I was clear that you're going to want to do your own project, not this building here. I'm glad you submitted it, so I know you've been following along, but I was expecting to see something of on your own, and it can be anything. And like I was just saying, I got a tiny house and it was great, you know, so I don't care how big it is. But we're and I do have this on Blackboard in case you don't have it. It's in the content tab, models. Right. Professor Wing's models. I don't know why I put it 2 folders deep, but I did. Architectural and structural. You'll kind of need them both, because what we're going to do tonight is we're going to put stairs up in this middle area here, and I use the structure to lay it out. As a matter of fact, as an architect, once you get the structural into your model, that's going to be a big part of your design now, right? Because not only do you have exposed steel that you might want to obscure that, you're also going to just have space restrictions based on what you have, right? So what I want to do is I want to do stairs. Hopefully we'll get to some ceilings and some rooms, but stairs and railings take up a pretty fair amount of time. Railings seem to take up more time than the stairs, which we'll find out here pretty soon. So does anyone need another minute? Is anyone still kind of opening their models up?
Yeah, I need a quick minute.
No problem. Is everyone good now? I don't need. Good. You're good.
Yep.
Okay. So in our model, what I'd like to do is I'd like to go down to level 2. I need this little ledge to start to lay out my floor. So let's all go down to level 2. So if you go to the project browser under floor plans, I want to jump down to level 2. Okay. Now what we're going to see is just basically a line here and our framing. But what we need to do is we need to see what's going on with the structure. Because like if we go to a 3D view, you don't have to do this, but just looking at mine, I'm in a 3D view here. And if I zoom in, you'll notice that the edge of our slab and the edge of that wide flange beam aren't in alignment, right? So there's going to be a gap between our floor and our stair, right? So we don't want that. So what I want to do is I want to fix that. So in level 2, what we need to do is we need to look down a little further because we can't see it. So we have to adjust what's called our view range, right? So in your properties over here, see your properties, I'd like you to scroll down until you get to where it says view range right here. And then you're going to click on the edit button right here. And now what you're going to see is you've got top, you've got cut plane, you've got the bottom view depth and level. See right here, it's only 0, right? So we're not looking down at all. So we need to go down, I don't know, type in -1 for both the bottom right here and for the view depth offset. We'll type in -1 here. And if you hit apply, right? So if both these are -1, now you can see that little line. That's the edge of that flange of that beam that we want to be in alignment with, right? So once you see that, just click OK here. And now we've got some fixing to do, right? Does anyone not see this?
I see the secondary structure.
Yeah, I think because I was missing it too when I first started doing this. So maybe let's do this. Let's make sure we have a floor here. So if you're seeing what I'm seeing, you're good. You can just hang out for a second. If not, I'm going to select my floor and delete it.
Well,
Go ahead. Or do you have a floor in there, but it's kind of like back here?
yeah, it's back. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what mine was. So I'm gonna select my floor and I'm gonna edit it. And when I opened my model up, it looked more like,
Yeah, some are halfway between the first and the second one.
Yeah, it's the same.
mine looked like, yeah, it looks kind of like that, right? It's over here.
A little further to the right, but yeah,
Okay,
something
but
like that.
that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix it, right? So select your floor and click edit floor. So I'm just gonna click finish here. So it kind of looks like probably something like that, right?
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, so find the edge of your floor and then click edit boundary. I'm not sure why that happened. I don't remember doing that, but click edit boundary. Right. Now what I want to do is I want to, on the draw panel, click on the pick walls button right here. Pick walls.
Should we first delete the...
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, delete whatever is in there. I'm going to keep mine here. But if you have a wall that comes over or a line that comes over and down, just delete that.
Okay.
And then once it's cleaned up, you just go back and then click on the pick walls button. Now remember, we picked the center line of this wall, so I'll pick the center line here. I'm going to pick the center line here. It looks like I have to pick this center line here. Sorry about that. I don't remember how we got that weird, but it is what it is. You're going to run into this quite a bit. Now I'm just going to draw a line from the end point of this magenta line up to here. So basically you're sketching a magenta path that goes or follows the footprints.
Hi, Professor. Could you repeat the last step, please?
Yep. So the last thing I did was, now that I've got these lines in here, right, I'm going to click on my draw line button right here. I'm going to draw a line from this endpoint. I'm going to come up to this endpoint. Right there, just like that. Knowing that I have to move this line over, but I think some students already have it in the right spot. So I don't remember how that got off.
So if I'm getting it right, my floor is still um it seems like it's got like a cutout in it um where the wall is curving inside.
You're not going to have any floor here in this area.
Yeah, there's no floor there.
Right.
It's just that in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, where the sixth beam is from the right.
What's that?
So my floor is ending where the sixth beam is from the right.
Yeah, it ends right at this column line right here.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't. So from the sixth structural line, the sixth beam.
The sixth beam.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now
yeah,
you want it to look just like mine. You see that magenta line I've got there?
yeah.
This is where you want your beam.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that again. Could you?
Sure. So do you have the red X and the green check mark here?
Yeah,
Do. Do you have magenta lines? Like when you zoom in on here, do you have magenta lines that are here?
yeah,
Okay. Do you have one along this wall here?
yeah. It's not along the wall. It's along the sixth beam from the sixth structural line.
Yeah. So draw a line along this wall here. So I'm going to delete mine. And, right. So what you need to do is this needs to be just a continuous line that goes around the building. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm going to just pick this wall. I'm going to pick that wall right there. See how I did that? So it turns the corner there. And then I'm just going to come down and I'm going to pick my wall down here. I'm going to pick this wall right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm picking the wall, but it's not turning purple.
So make sure that you have this button picked right here, which is called Pick Walls.
Yeah, I've
Make sure
selected
that's
that.
picked. And when you pick the wall, it should put it in there. Right, I click Pick
Okay.
Walls. I'm going to pick the middle of my wall, and it should put it in. Did it do it?
It didn't. It's still turning inside first, and then
Yeah,
it's
what you
turning
need to
on the
do
other
is
side.
when you click Pick Walls, move your cursor so it's over the center of the wall. If you put it here, it's going to go there. Right? If you put it here, it's going to go there. If you put it here, it's going to go right here. See where my cursor is? You're going to pick that.
Yeah,
Did that work?
I'm trying to pick the center line only, but it's not happening for some reason.
Maybe what you can do is just click on the draw line button right here,
Yeah.
and you can just draw it from here to here, like
Okay.
that. And what you need to do is you need to draw a line that's straight down like this, down to here, and hit escape a couple times.
Okay.
Did that work?
Yeah, sort of. But I still have that other line that's going inside first and then turning.
Well, you need to either delete that or move it.
Okay.
I can't see what you've got there, so you might have to just delete the whole line and start over with this one, maybe.
Okay, yeah. And now it looks like this.
Oh, good, good, good.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, I'm not sure where everyone is, so I'm going to keep it like this, right? And now if we click on Finish Edit Mode, right here, Or it's going to ask us to attach this one here. So yes, click attach. And if you get this, just say yes. Now our floor is in there the way I was expecting it to be when we started. Does anyone not have that?
Professor,
Yes.
did you just do this step because your floor was missing from the end of last class?
Yes.
Okay,
Was your floor? Go ahead.
no, my floor wasn't missing, so I didn't do what you just did.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why mine wasn't. A couple people's were. I must have. I don't know. Maybe I was making an example out of something, or I don't know how I got that. But no, you're good to go. If you're at this point now, you're good to go. Is anyone not at this point right now? Hopefully. Okay. Good. Now here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fix the floor now, right? So now what I want to do is I want to just hover over my floor, select it, and then I want to click on Edit Boundary right here. Edit Boundary. Now all we're going to do is we're going to move this magenta line out to the outside flange here, because remember, this is our wide flange beam. So if you hit escape a couple times, and if you select your magenta line here, right, you're going to click Move. Now to move it, you're just going to pick a point along that magenta line wherever. You're going to like grab it and then move it, right? So we're going to pick a point here, and we're going to move it over to here. Then we'll hit escape a couple times.
I have a question. I do see the columns, but not the beam. Or I don't see any beam in general.
Do you see the columns though?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, move your line over to it's about like on the edge of that beam, and probably the view range isn't set.
Okay.
We did that really quickly before we did all this, but I'm glad you said that, because when I zoomed in here, you just need to make sure that your lines are trimmed up. Normally this goes with it, but just make sure that this is continuous right here. And if you move it approximately in the position I've got mine, you'll be okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now I'm going to check mine because I'm paranoid. I got this one here, and I'm going to drag that over like that.
Professor.
Yes.
So my lines actually follow through all with where I moved it, but there's like little cutouts, very thin cutouts on the magenta line.
Little cutouts?
Yeah, like it's not continuous. It's just a thin cut in it, but if you hover over it, it highlights the entire thing.
I can't quite picture it. It's probably okay. We'll find out right now, because if you click on the green Finish Edit Mode button,
Yeah.
would you like the walls that go up? So click Attach. If it let you do it, you're good.
Yeah, let me do it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Everyone get that? Okay, I hit escape a couple times. Let's hit save, just because it's definitely a good idea, especially after all that rework. Okay. Now let's add the stairs. Okay. Stairs are weird. They take a little patience. Okay, so just have to bear with it. They're great how they work, but laying them out can be tedious. So the idea here is we're going to have a staircase that's going to go from level 1 to level 2. However, ADA compliance dictates that we need a landing halfway. But we're going to let Revit kind of do that automatically. It's sort of automatic. So, and you'll see how we have to do it. So we're going to put half the run in a landing, then the other half of the run that goes up the rest of the way. So after you move the line to the right, you're just going to click on the green Finish Edit Mode button right here. And then that should do it. Say Attach here. Okay, Andrew, that's fine. I see you're trying to talk, but did you get it? Got it. Great. We're all getting pretty good at this distant learning stuff. Okay, hit save, everyone, just to do it again. All right, now let's lay out our stairs, and notice how deliberate and slow I like to go with this, because we're doing a lot here. Okay, so on the architecture tab, click the stair button right here. Right. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that my base level and my top level are set, because I always forget to do this and my stairs get all jacked up. So my base level, instead of level 2, that wants to be level 1. So base level is level 1. Okay. Top level, that wants to only be up to level 2. Okay, we'll make a multi-story stairs, but the rise and the run is going to be calculated based on the distance between level 1 and level 2. Luckily, they're all 12 feet, so we're not going to have a problem. Okay, perfect. Now, for the location line, instead of run center, let's go exterior support left, because we wanted to just miss this column here. It's going to be down in this area. Exterior support left. Is anyone not with me? Okay, good. Now for the offset, type in -6 inches. I'm always wrong on this. It's either 6 inches or -6 inches. I think it's -6 inches. I should have tested it before we did it. That's okay though. For the actual run width, 4 feet instead of 3, I think is a little better. Okay, we definitely want automatic landing checked on. Okay. Now let's come all the way down to the end here, where we find the railing. There's a few samples that come with it, but just select railing. And for the railing, let's click the drop down here. We'll grab the handrail pipe. I like the handrail pipe. We'll grab that. And we'll position it on the treads. Was someone trying to speak? Okay. You sure? Okay. We'll put the handrail pipe on the treads. And we'll click OK. And I think we've got everything we need. Okay, now here's where it gets kind of strange, right? So if we zoom right into here, where this column is, and I zoom out, we're down in this area here. If I zoom into here, I'm going to select this intersection right here where the wall meets that column grid line. I'm going to pick this point right here and start moving my crosshair to the right. Now notice that below my stairs it says how many risers we have created and how many we have remaining. Right? If you can see that, it's hard to kind of, I don't know why they make it so you can't freaking see it, but once you see that, I want to go in this direction until we get to 11 risers created, 10 remaining. Okay, and then you're going to see the 9'2" increments. So 11 created, 10 remaining, and you'll see 9'2". Okay, once you see that, you're just going to come over and you're just going to pick a spot. You're going to pick this spot right here. You're going to pick it. Right, then you're going to move your cursor straight up from it. You're going to come straight.
Professor, I'm confused. I mean, I missed where you put it. I think I put it in the wrong place.
Okay, so I'll undo mine once. Right, so
am I on the wrong? My floor looks a little different.
That's okay. We'll just get it on these grid lines for now, and if the floor is in the wrong spot, we can deal with that after the stairs go in. But I'm not sure you left off. That's the problem.
Like I'm in, cause I put the base level to level 1 and the top level to level 2, like how you have
Good.
it there.
Yep.
But I'm on like the floor that has the like I think it's like the bathrooms on the left.
Yep. Second floor. Yeah, you're on the right floor.
Oh, sorry. You're
Yeah.
just
Nope.
more zoomed in. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
So are
So
these in
now,
front of the? So there's like
this
that
is,
wall next to the curb. They're in front
yeah,
of that wall.
this is the end of the floor right here. The stairs are going in here.
Oh,
in
I
this
see.
area.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm not sure. Do you have any stairs in there now, or are you?
No, right now, no.
All right. So make sure the run button is picked
Okay, yeah.
right here. Okay, and just make sure your defaults are set. Exterior support left.
Yeah, I
minus
put
6
those.
inches. Okay. Now we're going to zoom into here, and you're going to pick this intersection right here. You see where I zoomed into? Right here, this area right here.
Okay.
So right here, I'm going to pick this intersection right here. Now I'm moving my cursor over to the right. And you can see it start to count the stairs I have created and the stairs I have remaining, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to see it, but once it says 11 created, 10 remaining, and then my increment is 9'2", we're going to pick this point right here. We're going to pick this point right here. Now we're going to move our cursor up, and we're going to pick this point right here. It's got to be straight up, that point there. Now, when I come back, we need to come all the way past like our floor. Just make sure you're well past it. Like move your cursor over into this area here. And just like pick a spot like, I don't know, right about here. And hit escape a couple times. And I know that it didn't reach the landing. We have to move our stairs once we're done with that. Did everyone get that? Did anyone not get that? Okay, you sure? Okay. Now, I think we're good. The only thing left to do is just click on Finish Edit Mode right here. Finish Edit Mode. Because there's some nonsense about the railing, it doesn't like how it joins right here, but that's okay. We can just close out of this. Escape a couple times. Did everyone get it? Anyone not get it? My stairs look weird as I zoom out, but you see them all in here. Cool. Now, what we need to do is we need to fix this. This is an ankle breaker, right? We got a gap here, but actually this is exactly how we want it, because we want this tread to be fully on top of this framing here. So it's going to bear on this, and this is going to frame into the face of our steel here. So if we select our stairs, right? So if you just hover over the staircase and select it, you'll see the whole thing turns blue. Just select it and it turns blue, right? Now, we want to click the move button again, like we did with the magenta line. We're going to go to move. So we selected the stairs. We're going to click on move. Okay. We're going to pick a base point like right about here somewhere. And we're going to come over in this direction here, and we're going to pick a spot like right about here, right on the landing. Oh, I don't know why mine did that. I'm going to select it again. I'm going to click move. Go from here to here. I don't know what got deleted. Didn't like my railing for some reason. And make sure it's still there. Did anyone else get that message?
I did not.
I didn't either.
Okay, good. Because it was just me one of those nights, man. I don't know what got deleted. Does anyone not get it? My dimension's starting to annoy me. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, does everyone have this section that goes through the middle of the building? Anyone not have it? Good, because I want to open this section up. I want to double click on this section. So we can see our stairs that are sitting right here. And see how they're kind of framed into here? It's perfect. We can set our detail level. If you look at our detail level down here, we can set this to fine. You can see a little better what's going on there.
Professor, I don't have a horizontal section. Only the roof section comes out.
Go down to level 1. Do you have it down there? Like if you go to floor plan level 1.
I'm here, yes.
So yeah, so in the project browser under floor plan level 1,
Yeah.
you have the section in level 1.
No.
That's okay. So go back up to level 2.
Yes.
And up here, you see this little section icon right here?
Oh, yeah.
So we're just going to add one. So we're going to click on section right here. Now I'm going to pick a point like right about here. Then I'm going to pick a point like right about here.
Okay.
Someone got their hand up? We're going to pick that point. Does someone have a question? Annalie, is that your hand up? There we go. Are you talking? I can't hear you. Okay. Oh, did you get the section in there, or do you got? Okay, so if you can only see a part of the section, we're just going to open it up. So open this one up. Now, all I care about is seeing the stairs, right? In the section, we have this box that's around it, right? We can select that box and we can drag it over as far as we want so we can see the section. Okay.
Yeah, Professor.
All I care about is, what's that? Go ahead.
For some reason, I don't have that box.
So down here, if you click on the,
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah, it just got fixed. I clicked on do not crop view. Yeah, now I
right.
can see the full section.
Okay. Yep. Now you can select that box and drag it. If you just click, well, I just selected do not crop view. Now it's the whole thing. So you're going to click this button right here. It says do not crop view. Does everyone have it now? Can everyone see these stairs? There are 5. Okay. So,
Professor, I clicked on the do not crop view box, and I can see the whole section now, but I'm still not able to see the box.
can you see the stairs?
Yeah.
That's all I care about. Can you see
Okay.
the levels here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I care about. So we're going to select the stairs, right? We're going to select it right on the stringer. Anyone not know what a stringer is? It's the outside support that carries our stairs. So we're going to select the stringer here, okay? Now notice that once we select the stringer, we can click here. This is select levels. Does everyone have that? Does anyone not have it? Good. Click select levels. Now, if you hold down your control key and zoom out a little bit, we're going to click on level 3. We're going to click on level 4. We're going to click on level 5. And once we're done, we're going to click on the finish button right here. Then we're going to hit escape a few times.
It did something weird for me. It like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it kind of like, instead of copying it to like every floor, it just made like this giant one that goes from like halfway between level 3 and 4 to like a little bit above 5.
Yeah, because you've got yours probably set from level 1 to level 5. So I
Should I
can't see your
undo that?
screen. So I would just undo it and then try it again. Does anyone else have the same issue?
So I just select the bottom of the stairs and then select levels and then 3, 4, 5 and
Yeah.
just should the connect
Finish.
levels be on?
I'm going to undo mine because I'm not sure what you're looking at.
Again, the same thing happened again.
So you're going to click connect levels right here.
Oh, wait. Okay, I just exited. So I pressed the bottom
Yeah, I'm
of the
going to exit
stairs.
mine too. So select the bot, select this. Does it look like mine already right now?
Yes.
Okay. So select the bottom of the stairs right here.
Yeah.
You're going to click select levels right here.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to hold down your control key and you're going to select level 3, level 4, and then level 5.
And then let go of the control key.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
perfect.
you're just going to, okay, good.
I think I wasn't
Finish.
pressing the control button.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so it went all the way up to level 5. It skipped the 2.
Yeah.
It's stupid they make you have to do that. And I wasn't sure if you had to or not, to be honest. Now I am. So I appreciate that. I just assumed you had to, but I guess you do have to. Good. Okay. Now
I have a
let's
question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So when we're connecting the levels to the upper floors,
Yep.
are we connecting it to, like, for example, for level 3 to the 24-foot dimension instead of the 23?
Yeah, so it's still the same 12-foot increment, but right now what we're seeing is we're seeing our structural model and our architectural model. Doing stairs, we care about the finished floor height. So it's still that same 12-foot increment. And it's a good question because what if they're not the same increment? Well, Revit changed the way stairs are built, so it will accommodate for that if you do it right when you're putting the stairs in. But if we were to go back and change one of these levels, we'd have to redo the stairs. We'd have to redo this anyway. Is that what you kind of were thinking, or?
Well, I mean, because your dimensions are obviously, the outer dimensions are, they're not overlapped and mine are, so I was just confused which one you were attaching it to.
Oh, it doesn't let you attach the 11'6" one or the
Okay.
23'6". Yeah, I'm sorry, I know what you mean now. Yeah, it only lets you select a dimension that's in the model.
All
The
right.
12, 24, 36, 48.
Is there any way I can move the dimensions so that they're not overlapping?
Yeah, what you can do, if you just hover over any one of these dimensions,
Yeah.
and select it, you'll see there's a little grip right here. So if you grab that grip and like drag them out, you can just drag them away from the other dimensions.
Okay.
Makes it a little easier to work with. Generally, I just turn off the levels that are in the structural model. But when I'm laying stuff out like this, I just like to see them. Then once it comes time for me to put them on sheets, I'll start turning off other extraneous datums and stuff like that.
Yep. Got it. Thanks.
Cool, no problem. All right, let's hit save because definitely it's a good time to hit save. All right, now under floor plans, let's go back down to level 2. Now notice that that's bearing right on top of that. That's exactly how I want it. So what I want to do now though is I want to make an edit to the stairs themselves. I want to put like a little radius on the back of this landing. So to do that's a little bit tricky, right? So if you're looking at it, if you hover over the stairs, now remember we went back down to level 2. Right? If you hover over the stairs, you're going to now see like a big dotted line that's going around it. I don't want that, but if you hit tab once, notice that it focuses on the actual stair. Right, so if I select the stair now, right, the whole stair turns blue. Once the entire stair turns blue, I can click Edit Stairs here. Is anyone not seeing this?
Mine doesn't have the option of edit.
So what you're going to do, if you hover over this stair right here and then just tab once, you're going to select the stair itself. So the entire staircase is blue.
Oh, okay, I didn't press tab last time. Sorry.
Yep, it's tricky. And that's why I save stairs towards closer to the end of the semester, because it's tough. It's tough to teach stairs. So if we click Edit Stairs, now notice that if you hover over the rungs and the landing, you'll see that we have 3 distinct different shapes, right? I want to mess with the landing here. I think that's too boring. I want to put a nice little radius on the back of it. So if you select the landing itself, and notice that, so I'll see people will try to pick stuff and they'll just, I don't know why, but just put your cursor in there, select it, right? Just select the line that's in there. So when it lights up, you got it. Notice that we could pull these grips, but I don't want to do that either. What I want to do is I want to click the convert button. Does anyone not see this? Anyone not have this? Good, go ahead and click convert.
Wait,
And it gives us some crap about it here.
sorry. I can't see it on my. Oh, I see now. It just was blocked off.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So mine already converted. No matter what I did, it gave me this big message. I hit escape, but then it did it anyway. So you're going to click convert and you're going to say okay or whatever to the message that comes up. Now I want to select it again. I want to select my landing again. Okay, and I want to click on Edit Sketch. Does anyone not see the Edit Sketch button? If you don't, it's because you don't have the landing selected. You need to select the landing, and you need to click Edit Sketch. Now that basically explodes it.
Wait,
Now you see
what was the previous step before edit sketch?
if I cancel it here, before this,
Before
gonna,
we get rid of the arrows
the arrows.
or the dimension.
Yeah, so you're going to select the landing. You have it selected. You have physically select it. You should have a button here that says convert.
Oh, okay.
Click that.
Okay.
Now hit escape a couple of times. Select the landing again. Do you have it selected?
Yeah.
Now click Edit Sketch.
Okay, it worked.
Now on the Draw panel, actually, before we do anything, select this green line. Just select it. So to do that, you're going to zoom in on it. You're going to hover your cursor over it. You're going to pick it. Then you're going to hit the delete button. Did everyone get that? Did anyone not get that? Good. On the draw panel, you're going to click on Starts End Radius Arc right here. Start End Radius Arc. Okay. Now you're going to zoom in. You're going to pick a point on the end point of this green line. You're going to come all the way down here, and you're going to pick on the end point of this green line. Now for the arc, see how if you move your cursor in or out, you'll see that that radius dimension will change. Get it to where it's about 20 feet, 19, 20, 23, whatever, and just type in 20 and hit enter. And hit escape a couple times. Now we have a radial arc line here. Did anyone not get that? Click finish. Now click finish again. If you go to a 3D view, you can kind of see it, but we're gonna make it a little easier to work on in 3D. So you see how that's landing right exactly on top of that framing member, and on the other side, it's framing into our structure. They'll probably put a clip angle here, something like that. Does that make sense to everyone? Did anyone not get that? Great, great. Now I'm going to go back down to level 2. I'm going to definitely hit my save button because that's just a good idea. Hit save. Now hover over your stairs, and again, you'll see that big dotted line. I want to see that now. I want to select the entire multi-story staircase, right? So hover over your stairs, and once you see that big dotted line box, select it. Now, with the stairs selected, what I need you to do is there's a little icon right here. It's called selection box. Selection box. Does anyone not see it? Does anyone not have it? Good. Click that. Now we're going to have a 3D view that's isolated around just our stairs. I do this a lot when I'm working on larger models, right? So if I'm working on one of our terminal projects and I'm in the middle of an airport, right, and I'm working on something like this, I like to just cut the whole building out. First of all, it's a lot faster to swing around. Second, it's just freaking cool, right? I like it a lot. So there we go. Any questions? I don't know why my stairs are like transparent right now, but like if I go back to level 2, I think if I go back to 3D, I don't know, it's a graphic issue. I'll go back to hidden line, then I'll go back to realistic, and it fixes it. I don't know why it's doing that on my computer. I don't know if it did it on yours or not, but it did it on mine. So you see how that kind of is framing that in? Oh yeah, that's nice. That's what I like. Are there any questions on this? Did anyone not get it? Because we do have to make some adjustments to this, and it's a little bit tedious. Everyone's got it? Good. So what I want to do is I just want to select this box right here. So select this box, and notice that we've got these little grip arrows, and they're hard to find, and be careful when you stretch them because you could actually accidentally move your stairs. I want to grab my top one, see the top control, and I want to move it up so we can see our roof. Now we can see our roof up here. And now we can move it to the right, right? We can move it back into our building a little bit. Now I can see how our stairs are are getting, see how our stairs are terminating to these floor plates. Just give it a few times. Anyone struggling with that? Anyone not getting that? It's pretty cool. Because not only does this help you work in your model, I have tons of views. If you ever look through my drawings, I have tons of these types of isometric views. The more information you give to people building your building, the easier your life is going to be. Trust me. Okay, hit the save button. All right. Are there any questions or comments up to this point? Excellent. What do I want to do? Okay, so obviously we will fall to our death if we don't put a railing here. The problem is we have a railing coming down and we have a certain height and we have a certain ADA clearance we need to hit, right? So Revit's gotten better at doing this, I hope. We'll see in a second. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move these railings down about 2 feet. They're gonna come to a certain spot and they're gonna plane forward. Then we're gonna add railings to seal off these decks, okay? So let's go to level 2. Now let's zoom into this area down here, okay? And I want to create a reference plane, okay? Now, to do that, on the architecture tab, we're gonna click the ref plane button right here. Everyone see that? Okay, ref plane. On the draw panel, let's click the pick lines button. For the offset, let's go 2 feet. All right, so the offset right here, type in 2 feet. It's more than we need, but you can have as much as you want. As long as you don't have too little, having too much is absolutely fine. So 2 feet is what I want, right? So now we're gonna move our cursor over the front of this tread, right? We're gonna move it over here. Once you see that line appear to the left, we're gonna pick it. Then we're gonna hit escape a few times. Did anyone not get that? Okay, we're cooking now, all right. You sure? Okay. Now we need to make edits to both of these railings. So select this railing. Notice that we can select the railing. This is the stringer next to it. This is the railing right here that we want to edit. So if you select the railing, click it. Now we need to click edit path right here. Edit path. Notice it turns into that familiar magenta colored icon. What we're going to do is we're just going to select it and we're going to drag it over to our reference plane. So if you hit escape a couple times, select that magenta line, and notice that there's a little grip right on the end of it. We're going to grab that little grip, and we're going to drag it right till it hits that reference plane. We're going to hit escape a few times. Then we're going to click finish. I'm going to go back to my 3D view just to make sure everybody's happy. Notice what it does. It puts that little bend. It gives us our ADA clearance. We're going to add to that, but also notice though it did it on every floor, right? It does it on every floor, including the first floor. Okay. Does that make sense? Did anyone not get that?
For some reason, on my level 2, the floor doesn't reach to where the stair ends. I don't know why. Like the
Yeah, that's all
flooring
right.
is so much smaller.
Yeah, that's what we were messing with at the beginning of class. We could fix that later, as long as we get the railing in the right spot.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go back to level 2. Now let's select this railing on the inside here, this one here. Gonna do the same thing. Gonna select it. We're gonna click Edit Path. Edit Path. And we're going to select this railing right here, this magenta line. We're gonna grab this grip right here. We're gonna drag it out like that. Then we're gonna click Finish. Of course, we're gonna go to a 3D view to make sure it's cool. Got it. All the way up. Anyone not get that? Yeah, see how the rail is just transparent. I don't know why it does that. If I set my view to hidden line, then I go back to realistic, it's good. I don't understand it. Any questions or comments? Okay, let's save it. Let's make sure we save it. Let's go back down to level 2. Now the thing is, we're done with the railings on the stairs. We now have to make an additional railing and join it into it. It doesn't really join it. We're just going to kind of overlap it. I know it seems like it's cheating. Maybe it is, but it's what we have to do, right? So I'm going to make an additional railing. It's going to come out about 6 inches. It's going to come down. It's going to come in. It's going to come following down here, and it's going to frame into our beautiful wide flange beam that we have here, right? So to do that, we're just going to right click on this railing and create similar. Anyone not find that? On the options panel, click the preview button. It makes it a lot easier. So click preview. Is that a question? Thought I heard the boom question sound. I guess not. Oh, there was a question. We could use the same edit path, but what's going to happen? That's a good question. Like for example, if I just click edit path and I said, hey, you know, I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like that. You know, and if I make a railing here, click finish. The problem is when I go to 3D view, it does it on every floor, including the first floor. Right, so that railing is not, someone's going to be like, what the hell is this? Right, so you don't always want the same exact pattern on every floor, because that's what it's going to do. It's going to put it on every floor. No problem at all. So I'll just undo mine. I'm going to go back down to level 2. Now I'm going to right click this railing. I'm going to create similar. I'm going to turn on my preview button. And I am going to pick a point right on the midpoint of this railing here. I'm going to bring it out 6 inches to about here. Oh, make sure the chain button is turned on. That makes it a lot easier. Chain. Now I'm going to come down this way. I'll go 8 inches. I'm going to come into here. I'm going to hit that column grid line. And then just come straight down. I'm going to terminate it right into this column. To clean it up a little bit, there's a tool on the draw panel to, like if you wanted a nice little filleted corner, like a 3-inch fillet. I would never go less than 3 inches, but on the draw panel, click on the fillet arc button right here. I'm sorry, is anyone behind? Did anyone not get the shape drawn in like that?
Yeah, I was clicking the chain button and then you kind of went ahead and I got
Kind of
behind.
took off from there, didn't I?
Yeah.
So, so with the chain button on, I'm just going to go to line. I'm just going to pick the end point of this line right here. I came down, where did I come down? 8 inches. I'm going to come down 8 inches here. That. Now I'm going to, at this point, I'm just kind of cheating. So I'm going to come into where my column grid line is. I'm going to click this one here. And we'll come all the way down and terminate that into this wide flange column. Just skip a couple times. Did you get it?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, on the draw panel, let's click on this button here, the fillet arc button. Now I'm going to give it a radius. So I'm going to click radius. We'll slap a 3-inch radius on there. 3 inches. Now what we want to do is we just want to pick the 2 lines that we want the arc to form between. So I'll pick this line and this line. This line and this line. This line and this line.
Professor, could you please repeat the fillet part again? Really sorry.
Betcha. You betcha. So on the draw panel, I'm going to click on this icon right here, fillet arc. It's the second one over on the bottom row. Second one to the left on the bottom row. I'm going to click this one right here. Now I want to give it a defined radius. So I'm going to click on radius right here. And I want to give it a radius of 3 inches. And if these were walls, actual walls, it's exactly how you would like round off the corner of a wall as well. So now with the 3 inches defined, I'm just going to pick this magenta line here. I'll pick this magenta line here. And that gives me my little fillet. I'm going to pick this one here. This one here. That's why I didn't go 6 inches, I went 8. I'm going to pick here to here. Did you get it?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, it'd be nice if we could draw one over here, but we can't. We can only have one segment.
I can't select the final line, like the one from the horizontal to the vertical one at the end.
You mean
I mean the horizontal to the vertical side.
this one?
Yeah. Like I can't
can't
select the vertical one.
You were trying to put the fillet on it?
Yes.
So you have basically, you have this kind of thing going on?
Yeah.
So click on the fillet arc button.
It just like doesn't let me select the vertical one. I don't know why.
Well, make sure you turn the radius on. And if you hover over this, it should highlight it. You got to make sure you're hovered right over the top of the magenta line.
Yeah, I'm hovered over it, but it's like gray. Like it's not magenta.
Maybe you just need to draw another line there then. There's no magenta line there. Are there any magenta lines?
There's magenta lines on like the other curve and then the horizontal one. Vertical.
Yeah, so I would just, so it looks kind of like mine.
So I just draw another line.
I would just click line
Yeah,
and
I
draw
just
it down. Yeah. Draw that down to there. Now you can fill it. So if you go back to fillet arc, you can go to radius and you can do that.
Now it's not letting me select the horizontal magenta line.
Hit escape a couple times.
I'm on fillet arc, radius 3 inches.
You sure it's 3 inches, not 3 feet?
3 inches. But then now it doesn't give me the option. Like when I hover over the horizontal magenta line, it doesn't highlight like blue.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to circle back on that one. Are they connected at least? Like
Yeah.
if you click finish edit mode, can you finish it?
Yeah, I can try to just edit path.
Yeah, click it again, click edit path, and you should be able to do it. I don't know why you can't. Did everyone else get it? If you go to a 3D view.
Oh, I got it now. Thank you.
Okay, okay, no problem. There it is. It looks like every mall you've ever been to. There's a lot of different railings. You can create railings. I've spent a week actually teaching at Syracuse University the design and construction people. A week just on railings alone. That was a long week, man. That was before COVID. All right, so let's go back down to level 2. Now I'm just going to have you draw your own railings. You draw whatever you want, okay? But know that you have to do the same here. And this one, you don't have to extend the railings going down because it terminates right at the exact correct height, right? So if I right click on this railing here and create similar, right? I'm going to pick a point here. I'm going to come out 6 inches like I did on the other one. Now it's going to be a little bit different, right? You could just come out straight down if you want. It's up to you. It's your railing. But notice that you can't really, because I have to go past it a little bit. All right, now I'm going to pick a point off of the midpoint of this railing right here. I'm going to come straight out. And of course, I'm going to fill it my corners. And I'm going to let you go on your own because I want you to practice doing it somewhat on your own. And I'm goofing around. Don't try to copy me. I'm just being a goof. So I want something real nice. Oh yeah, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be so nice. Oh, makes me want to go to the mall. Ooh, getting fancy. That's stupid looking. That's not bad. Whatever. You get the point though, right? What we're doing. Railing's going pretty easy if you're okay with that. Whatever. You know. Go back down to level 2, and we need to draw one out from here, right? Like I said though, luckily we don't have to extend this railing out, right? So generally I can right click on this railing and create similar. I can draw this one out to there, to there, to there. This is so stupid looking to here, right? So we have 3 separate railings, completely separate railings. Go with fillet. Now remember to turn your little radius on. The middle lines. Yeah. So basically the ones in the middle, I was just kind of goofing around. So if I select this and delete it, right? I'm going to right click and I'm going to create similar. I'm just going to keep drawing, just like I did the one down here. As a matter of fact, we could have mirrored this one. I'm going to zoom in, I'm going to pick a midpoint of it, or the end point. Came out, what, 6 inches? Now, when it's going to come in, I don't know, maybe 2 feet, so it misses that column. You could come back to here if you want. You could go straight if you want. Maybe we just go straight. Now we'll come in, like here. 2 feet. I'm just eyeballing it now. 6 feet. Come up to here. Over here. But the only problem is we have to draw a line from here over. This is just drafting, basically. I'm going to draw this line from here to here. Like that.
Wait, sorry. I got the, so I did the create similar and then I met up with the other line, then 2 feet, then came to the right, met with the other line.
Yeah, so I just kind of drew it into
how far, how far is that line?
I went 6 feet.
And then I come back up to the same distance as the other one?
Yep. Yep. And then I went past it because I knew that I couldn't line it up. So I just went past it. Okay. And then I started a new line and I drew it from here to here.
Oh, just from the, like, that midpoint?
Yeah, just from that midpoint to that railing. Yep.
And then I can just drag the other one, or?
Yeah, or what I did was I filleted those edges. So the fillet arc button is what I want to use now.
Oh, with the 3-inch radius?
Yep, you got it. You got it. Just make sure you turn it on because I keep forgetting to do that. You just got to click it on. It doesn't stay on by default. You go through and clean it up. It's nice.
So then now for the other side of the stairs, I create similar of this one?
Exactly. I'm going to finish that. Now you can just right click on this, create similar. Yeah, and do basically the same thing.
So what's the distance? So the horizontal just meets with the other ones, but then what's on the vertical?
I went 12 inches. Then I came back to this. Then I came back to the column line and drew it all the way up to this column. I should have done 6 inches. No, because they're all different now. Because I just am sloppy, and I should have done it 6 inches or 8 inches, but I did it 12. Just
so should it be? Should I do the 8 or?
Yeah, do 8.
It doesn't. Sorry, I'm really confused. It doesn't let me meet it up with the other ones.
Yeah. So basically, all I did was right click, create similar. Right from the midpoint here, or the end point. And it doesn't, yeah, you can't really trace it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, what is it, 3 feet? I'm just eyeballing it. I came over a foot, come back into here. Down and come straight up to the column. Like that. You don't have to have it exactly the way I have it.
Oh, okay, I see. And then I just fill it with the radius of 3 inches.
Yep. You don't really have to do that either, but it's just nicer that way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How's everyone else doing? All right? I'm gonna click finish. Anyone struggling with this? Okay, hit save. Now here's what we have to do. We have to do this exact thing on all the other floors. Luckily, we can just copy and paste them onto the other floors. And that's another reason why I like to do it independently from the railings that are on the stairs themselves, right? So on level 2, if you hold down your control key, right? And if you select this railing here, select this railing here, and select this railing here, all with your control key held down. You have 3 railings selected. Okay. Come over here and click the copy to clipboard button. It's good old fashioned control C, right? You can copy it to the clipboard. Okay. Go to your 3D view. Now it's annoying, but you have to go back to the, so you have to go to the Modify tab. Go to Modify. Now notice your paste icon is lit up. If you click the drop down under the paste, go aligned to selected levels. And we're going to select level 3. Hold down your control key, 4 and 5. And click OK. Now I got it. The only problem is level 5, right? Did anyone not get this? Okay. We're good. So we just need to clean up level 5 because look, we'll go running and fall, bounce off every stair on the way down. There's a 5th floor too, so you're up there. So we just need to fix that. So if we go to level 5 under floor plans, I'm just going to delete this one. We can just edit this one. So I can select this, right? So I'm just going to select this one here. I'm going to click Edit Path. Just going to get rid of my little fillet here. I'm going to delete it. I'm just going to drag it all the way down. Right? I'll drag it all the way down to the wall here. Click Finish. Back to a 3D view. I know I'm going quickly, but I want you to pick around at it yourselves. There you go.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How do we get those little arrows again to widen the perspective?
Oh, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to just, you see this like little wireframe that's around the whole thing?
Yep.
You just want to find one of these lines and select it. That's
Okay.
your section box. So now that'll light up your little grips.
Got it.
Get it?
Yep.
Because I'm going to pull mine in a little bit. I don't want to see that curtain wall there. That was kind of neat. It's somewhat superfluous to the view. Go. Anyone struggling? The railings have gotten a lot easier. I know it might not seem that easy, but trust me, it was a damn nightmare before. It still can be tough. especially if you get into, you know, residential millworking and that kind of railing, goosenecks and ornamental railings. If you want to venture into that, I have a course. I can put it on Blackboard for you. It's a whole course on stairs and railings. It's like a 5-hour course I have on LinkedIn. And also in the book that I gave you, there's a chapter on stairs that look just like this, and winding stairs with you know, oak goosenecks and spindles and that kind of thing. It's a whole, if you think about it, you know, the different amount of railings that you could come up with, it's endless. And like I said, if you're designing a mall or a McDonald's, you know, you might have a handful of railings that you're going to use, but most architects do a little more diverse of work. So one railing you use on one job, you might never use again. This type of railing is pretty common, though, right? You see this one. You see this one a lot. How's everyone doing? Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you go for the night. So what I want you to do is save this, and a couple things. If I didn't email you today and you thought I should have, could you give me an email? The reason I'm saying if you thought I should have, if you submitted your model and I didn't contact you, get a hold of me. There were a couple that didn't have it in there, but you had told me tonight that you're going to hand it in. That's fine. And if you're listening to this recording for the first time and don't have your model handed in, it's fine. All right. This is just a check model. Hand it in, and when you do, just if you could give me an email just so I know you did it. Because you noticed that, I think it was last week, I had to send out the mid-semester report. I don't normally do that, but they made me. So the only recourse I have is to look at the name and look at if there's something there, you know. So just get something in there. I don't care what it is, and I'm going to email you back. I'm just going to tell you what you need to have in there. Okay. Still have 3 classes left, so wow. Yeah, we still have 3 classes left, so there's time. Okay, and you're all doing great. So, are there any questions or comments? If anyone needs any extra help, again, please reach out. Oh, Kevin, I apologize not getting back to you with those manufacturers. That it seems like the entire electrical department was on vacation last week, so they're back in the office now. So I'll send you those manufacturers if you still need them.
Yeah, I actually do. I'm working
Okay.
on that right now.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize about that.
It's okay.
Okay. And anyone else, please reach out. And if you have reached out and I didn't get back to you, just if you could just ping me again. I apologize if I did. I don't think I did with anyone, but I may have. So anything at all, reach out to me, and we'll work through whatever it is. Okay. Okay. So if nothing else, I will talk to you either during the week or next week, same time, same channel.
I have a question.
Okay.
On the last floor when we fixed the railing, mine
Yeah.
still looks a little weird.
Does it look like this?
No, there's like an extra
Right.
part of it.
All right, so if you go to the 3D view, you'll see that we only have to deal with one now. You can only go down, you can't go up from here. So all I did was, in plan, I deleted the railings that were here. Well, actually, yeah, I
Oh, I
deleted
didn't
this
delete
railing.
that one. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
see.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
I
just
see.
delete that and you should be good.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. And we will see you next week. You're welcome.